Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? It is 7 a.m. As you can see, we're just finishing up farming some food while we're waiting for energy to refresh. I have to get an artifact to 16. So I'm just throwing in food here while I'm trying to get that little bit. I'm trying to do a 1 star to 16 right now because I'm really low on silver. We got very lucky on our prism pull and we pulled a legendary. I'm going to keep him in the vault right now. Um, but we did get the 2% guy from the top of the prism. He's the newer legendary. He's a poisoner. So eventually, I'm gonna wait till day 30 to even put him in a team. But he is out there. Just pointing that out. He's in the vault right now. I've already leveled him to 50, but yeah, that's where he'll be sitting. I didn't want to have any of the free to play. Like I just want the series to cover the champions you're gonna get from the epic champions you get from the code, and then the THOLIN. Everything's built around THOLIN. So got a champion there. Unlucky. We've been saving our shards. So this is where we're at right now. We got this one from the chaos event right now. The sacreds are from doing the dungeon events, and those are all done now. Just got one left, I think, to get the last sacred we can get as a reward. After that, we're waiting until we can do clan boss, Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare clan boss. We probably are still a week or two away from that. I should have Deacon by the end of day 14. This video, if you're watching, is day 6. It's in between 6 and 7. Um, so far, again, I'm saving these. And over here, I think it's silly that you can get some prism like fragments, but you can't get enough to do a summon again. So that's unfortunate. The gear enhancement event just started. I wish all these they threw like even like 10 kind of things so you can have some. Um, yeah, and here you have these rewards we'll get eventually as well. We completed the last gear enhancement, no problem. This is where the coalition event sits. It's saying I have a reward because I haven't taken the regear here. I'm going to hold on to that because it's only an hour long. But these banners, normally you can only get them from the Cursed City. They're very, very helpful. I think this one's only 50% free regear. But if it is a full hour of full free regear, it's great. I'm going to hold on to it until I have better gear to put on my main team. It's looking like by the end of this week, we'll likely be here somewhere, just as a community in between, almost at the final stage. So I mean, we've got 3 weeks of the event left after that. Um, I think we'll be into the 2 times multiplier. By then, not a problem. I think by then, as a player, we might be here, like in between these rewards here. But yeah, a lot of great rewards in the up and coming. I did do the first fusion of the horned relics. Unfortunately, I got just a generic rare one. It was just one of the staffs. It wasn't very good. It's just one of the ones that like take less damage when with debuffs on. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I might put it on Gore Grab, or sorry, it's not Gore Grab. Mausoleum Mage or Tagoar. As you can see here, these are what I've achieved. And this is a free-to-play player. I want that to be clear. The only ones that aren't are this one right here. They're just free-to-play, but I just mean other like main account and long-term players can only do this if they do the fusion. All these other ones, these two. Sorry, there's two here. So 440 of my points are from me starting with THOLIN from the promo code, but the rest of these are all from clearing dungeons. Now, we aren't here yet. Right now, there is Siege going on. These are the repeating ones. I've done this to the maximum. These two, I can keep going on. I haven't finished the Fire Knight one because it's just, Ice Golem is the dungeon right now, and I'm trying to get the rewards from it. The Dungeon Diver is done and over with, so I'm just waiting for the next one to start. And where are we here? Ice Golem. I think we can get here no problem. It's really just energy that's been my issue, so waiting for this to reset. I've been going through my gems. I just don't really want it to drop under 300. This is where Great Hall sits. I'm just shy of 75 there to upgrade. I need 150 to upgrade that to 3. I am at the point, like, well, I've put 2 into these. I'm going to put everything into here, because I need to finish the Arbor missions, you need to get this to level 9. So I'm just shy of getting into Gold Arena. It's been bouncing between Silver 4. We are doing hard clan boss now. Still just not getting great. I'm going to hold on to that for now. But not getting great rewards. Like to get into Brutal by the end of the week. We can 1 key these 2. Hard takes 2 keys for me there to get to the second chest. It'll take 4 keys to get the full chest, maybe 3 if THOLIN gets enough damage out. Chimera, I'm going to try. It's too early. I don't know why it unlocks so early, because it's too early in the game for me to really be doing Chimera. Even once I have Deacon, with the decreased defense and all of his kit, I still have to scale him. I have to get the masteries all done. Over here, in Faction Wars, it actually is the Orc Crypt today, so only one other crypt is open right now, and that's the Shadowkin. We just don't have enough champions there for Shadowkin. And Orc, this was where we last hit. There he is there. But yeah, that's as far as we can go. All the other, I've pulled a few other epics, but they're, like I said, they're in the vault. Like, they're just not going to get used until after day 30. I'll go over them. I'll go over all those other champions once we break day 30 on the account. Just waiting on that to refresh. We don't have live arena till level 50, so don't have to worry about any of that. There is a Soul Chase tournament going on down here right now, but we can't do that because we don't have that available. Iron Twins doesn't unlock until 40, I believe, or 42. And over here, these dungeons, there's a thing going on right now, but I don't think I'd be able to get past like the first 4 stages. But I should farm some oils, but energy is just too important right now. So I need to keep focusing on getting gear. There is an event dungeon tournament on right now as well, so that's probably what I'll focus on. And yeah, I'm just otherwise trying to... I can enter a promo code, actually I should do that. So I'm going to do another few runs just to get some silver, and then I'm going to do a promo code entry. I think I have 1 or 2 of the free ones left, and then I'll be tapped out until they add more to the game. Let's see where... Have they updated this? So it only works in American stores, but if you're in America on the Samsung or Apple store, or an American account rather, you can put in 1 week gift to get a full set of Slayer gear. It's highly suggested. It's a very finicky code. They do ping your IP address if you can use it or not. So when I go over here, it's invalid, and I'm on day 6, so I can try it again on day 7, but I doubt it'll work. I can do PP 500, I think, but right now I can still do that one, but because I almost have the dwarf. That would put me less than 200 points to get the dwarf after I add that. So she's very good, and because THOLIN's a dwarf, it'll really help in the dungeon. I'm going to try... I'm looking to see if there's any with energy refills. There's one... I don't know if Raid Curiouser I don't think works anymore. I already did the Bellower code. 1M gift I don't think will work for me. Yeah. a lot of these codes that they say are valid, they're expired. So we finally played it. Is bad. Actually, let's do yearly gift. There we go. So we've got some energy up there. There's also 4-star chicken, some brews and stuff. I just want to jump back in here because I need silver right now to. I'm just trying to upgrade a level 1 artifact to level 16 because I just don't want to. I just don't have the silver. You can try some of the inactive codes, as some of them have worked for other people. I wouldn't try any of the codes like older than 2025. So any of the 24 codes just do not work anymore, and anything past that. But a lot of some Raid V Play was an October 1st one. I don't know if that'll work. The 2GT code I think still works. Mid game subs one. Again, go look at these code lists. They're on a Yumi Love and Hell Hades most sites, but a lot of those still work. It actually hurts to. It's just so you know, the promo codes used to give a lot more. They used to give a lot more to players. Now a lot of it more is tied in game to these events or them doing the free. When you are playing, they're doing like a free. That's what I'm looking for. You'll get like a free weekly login or that calendar they did a month ago. They do things like that instead of giving promo codes. Like in 2023, they gave us an Epic Champion, 4 rank 6 Guardian artifacts. That was the Shintranos code. They did 5-star chickens for UDK. They had the subscribe mid game was 50 multi battles, 3 rank 3 chickens, a rare book, 3-day XP, energy 2 energy refills, and silver. Yeah, they've done a couple. Well, overall, they used to give like 500,000 silver. They during Ultimate Death Knight, they did a lot of stuff around that event. Energy refills, promotion for Halloween, but yeah, it just feels like they're few and far between. Like out of the near 8 codes they say are active, only about 3 of them are active right now. The Alice in Wonderland codes are pretty much done. I think you can still do the book one if you go to the website. I don't know if it's still up though. I'm gonna have to check that. Maybe I'll check that later today while we're waiting for the energy to refill. Because once I use this energy and the refill in my inventory, I just don't want to burn any more gems. Okay. So our next goal is to get Tagoar to 6-star. And I could hold out for Deacon, but I think I should do Tagoar and then have the chickens ready for Deacon to just do them back to back. Deacon will bring us turn meter control, he brings a decreased defense, and he brings speed boost. So he does a whole lot. He's basically a legendary and an epic skin. But he gives us a lot of things we need, and he's also spirit affinity, so that helps fill a void of because we mainly have magic and force champions right now. So we'll go over here. Who has that helmet on? I had that 1-star helmet on. There we go. So this helmet is the one I'm gearing up. I hope it doesn't use all my energy there, or all my silver. There we go. Get that. So we got another energy refill there. Then we got a clear Fire Knight. I want to finish these while the keep is open. 5 times Fire Knight. Then we do Force. Then we'll do that one. So all these are pretty great, and then I have a Demon Lord key in pocket, so this is done as well. 5-star Ascension, some of the champions I've left unascended for this reason. Um, the arena one, we have to wait for cycling, and then we have another 16 to do. So we can get another about 7 or 8 of these done right now, and then from there bounce around. So magic might actually be the better play here. So we're gonna put 5. I don't have super raids enabled. You're okay, you're happy. Tholin's just not proccing his multi-attacks. That's unfortunate. He's not getting his extra hits in. There he goes. But unfortunately, it happened while the shield's up. He is a very RNG champ, but that's kind of the fun part of him, because like I think the most I've had so far go off is 7. Like 7 hits. Like he does 2, then 1, then 2, then 1. Sorry, my cat's being a little attention grabber. We are in a bind for gear. We do need to just grind for the next like day or two getting gear. That's why Faction Wars is very important, to be able to forge, hopefully get lucky with the forge. We got some speed, I mean, we got 3 pairs of speed boots out of there, so that's already big. We got 1 pair of crit damage gloves with crit rate and attack percent on it. I haven't rolled them up yet, but that's going to be big for THOLIN once I can put those on him. I am going to turn off the multi-battle because I'm realizing that... So we got Vergis from a shard, and I wanted to keep this free to play, so we're going to drop it. It just needed to be 5. Take him out. I marked all the shard champions with the number 2, just so they're marked out that they're not that I shouldn't be using them. Forgot to take him out. My apologies on the first run there. We can put in Haikatoon. I don't think she has gear. We'll put Fane in. I dropped the difficulty here because I'm just targeting to get the achievement. I'm not... I'm probably going to sell the gear I get from this unless we luck out and hit a 5-star piece. So there you go, 3 shots. He does get to the point once you've got him properly geared, so we'll keep that piece. Once THOLIN has, like, once if, you know, like, let's say by the end of the month, once he's in six-star pieces or 5-star pieces that are rolled well and give him the stats he needs. And he's got, because I've already got him 6-starred. Once I have, and I can ascend him to 6, but I'm waiting for because there's an achievement you can get for that. Is one of the champion missions. It's also part of the arbiter path to ascend one of each type of champion to 6 stars, or 6 level ascendancy. Or ascension. So do not do 5 and 6-star ascensions until they come up as the missions, if you can hold off. The main reason is because otherwise you have to wait a second round, and it'll take longer to complete the arbiter missions overall. So I'm waiting to do that. Gorgrab I can do for the 4, and then next when I upgrade Tagoar to 5, I can do him for the 5-star one that's coming up. The champ training tournament has ended, by the way. We finished in first on my main account. I finished in first and got relentless set and all that. But on this one, it wasn't available due to it being a new account. Only the Ice Golem from the Fusion events became available as a tournament. And instead, I think we had an alternate one show up as a tournament. So yeah, I'm in second right now, I believe, for one of the current tournaments. We finished in second for the novice tournament, and it was by a very small amount, but it's unfortunate. If you can finish first in novice, you'll get a decent set. Worth the grind to try. I really also need GALEK. I need to get him better gear on, though I do have Fane, and I would probably prioritize Fane over GALEK. He would be better for here and Spider, but Fane as well with her poisons, as long as you target the Spider, can be for clan boss as well, and our clan boss focus gives us better gear, get better rewards. So outside of missions, clan boss is number 1. Nice, we got a savage piece. They got attack percent. The health is but I think that's enough. Yeah. And that's done. That's done. So now we go into here. We're at stage 15. I haven't really tried to push past that, but I think we need 25 lesser, so we'll do 5. What I find funny is when these missions come up for the Arbiter missions, that's when all of a sudden you'll get the, it'll push you into, oh, I've got, here's some of the medium potions, here's some of the superior potions. Oh, you need lesser ones? You get one of your 5 runs will give you lesser. We'll get Bruise or a Shard or something as that reward instead. And for, whatever reasons, the Minotaur, the potion keeps, we still can't do super raids in them. It's hair pulling to not be able to super raid them, as they are there's so much grinding to do in the game, just for time commitment wise. The funnier thing is if you are a mid to late game player, potions keeps fall off really, because you can just go into the Cursed City and gain potions from there, as well as the Doom Tower. So once you're doing both of those, you're eventually going to get 90% of your potions from there. You won't really have to go into the keeps ever again. It's just funny how that works out. Because when you do every rotation of the city, as long as you're doing the harder one, I think the normal one has potions in it too, the mediums. But the superior potions, you get 15 of them every in certain sections of the area. So once a month, you're getting 15 to 30 of each superior potion. And then if you include the Doom Tower on top of that, it's just they stack up, because you're just waiting for champions at that point to focus on. Okay, first one, we get a medium potion. Or a greater potion. They have added, if you didn't notice, they've added the mixer for the oils you get from the Sand Devil and the Shogun. Just note it is very expensive to use it. It's much more expensive than the potion mixer. My rewards on my main account for Clan Boss today. Brews and some gems. More brews and some gems. So Nightmare was just botched garbage. And a legendary book from Ultra Nightmare. And a Sacred Shard and 6-star legendary shield. Which actually has good stats on it. So Sacred Legendary book from Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare left us hanging. Also point out right now for Gorgrab, he's not performing great because I haven't rolled any of his gear. I think he has 2 pieces on right now that are rolled to 12. The rest are base. I've got to, when I get a chance, roll it up. More greater potions. I mean, we got a couple of them, so that's great. But this is what I mean. Like, it's just like leaving you hanging for the lesser ones. Conspiracy Andes thinks the games know that you need them. Curious though, how you guys? I hope you guys are enjoying the new event. This champion is very fun for start off, and this is the first time they've done such a big community driven event to do a community challenge. So I'm curious how feedback is on it right now. Heal reduction's not great. We might die. Okay, we got lucky there. There we go, 7 out of 25. If you're on the game today and not on a new account, the keeps, and today is June the 11th. The keep open for potion is the Magic Keep, as well as Magic Affinity Iron Twins. After your first week in the game, gear and energy are going to be your biggest 2 hills to climb. You just got to make sure that you save your faction wars and save your arena battles and eventual 3v3 battles, as well as your clan boss. Do that stuff when you've already burned through your energy. I'm kind of bouncing all over the game right now, but what you min-maxing should be doing is once your energy is depleted near 0, because it's 3 minutes per energy to refill, that's when you can go do some regearing or go do your faction wars or jump into clan boss, get that done. As well as a good time to grab a coffee or throw a show or something on. Another greater one. So we've got 7 small and 5 of medium potion, and still no larger ones too. And about a year and a half ago, the stage we're on right now, 15, used to be the highest you could go in the potion keeps. Just to give context. For masteries right now, I believe we're on the 2nd and 3rd rows for Tagoar and Gorgrab. We are able to just one man run with THOLIN, the bottom floor, 15. I forgot I had re-geared Gorgrab. I did that the other night, and I did it like late at night before I logged off because I was waiting for energy. So I forgot I didn't roll his gear up. So we got 14. There we go. So halfway there, and we only have one more run we can do. Oh, and someone in the clan, I don't know why they were pulling primals, but they pulled primals and got Toshiro. So maybe they just got the primal from the event and ripped it. But that's huge. He's an amazing champion. He's very good for arena. He's one of the very few champions in the game that a lot of people will give it like a 5 out of 5 rating. He's good in most areas of the game. His first form is much better than his second form, as a heads up. My main account is in such a weird place in the game because I have multiple epic books. Multiple mythical books. I probably have like 12 to 14 of them right now, and they're worth like, in Plarium's eyes, they're worth like $20, $15 to $20 a piece. But I don't have any mythical champions to use them on, so they're just stacking up. Like the second I pull from my Mercy by Christmas, I should get one. But around Christmas time, I can just book the whole thing right away during the first clan we have because I've got so many of the books already. I'll probably have double or triple the amount by then. So we got a superior potion there. Okay. Do we have another energy refill on the way? Gotta do Void, Spider. Then we can do Clan Boss while it's refreshing. Ascend. And then jump in Arena. Did we not? Oh, because it's 100 energy, you can't. So when you get rewards from codes, sometimes you have to go collect it manually. It doesn't, because it's not considered a refill. It's not an optional thing. I have to like click it to use it. While I am in here, I will do this. I at least want these. Speed. Give him that. That should help tank him up so he's not dying so quickly. I've done a decent amount of the event dungeon and just not like I'm getting pinpoint gear, the base gear, but not the jewelry. Not the jewelry for the factions I need. Rather, I'm getting it for like high elves and skinwalkers and stuff, but like not these three factions here. Oh. Yeah, Shatterbones has one of the he's one of the only champions with attack all enemies 3 times. And so when it can hurt because these champions are only level 40, and they have mediocre gear. They just can't handle it. Times 2 because there's 2 of them in that wave. 2 more superior, thank you. It's like it knows. It knows we need the small ones. I'm going to point out some information too. I'll show when I jump into Clan Boss to put that key for the 1,000,000 damage in. I'm going to point out, if you've been playing for multiple years, you like, especially if you're like, I'd say by the end of year 1, you should absolutely, undisputably be an Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. There is no reason not to be, even if you're casually playing an hour a day kind of thing. You should be an Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, at least Nightmare. But why I'm bringing that up, I've noticed on Reddit the last couple weeks while I've been on there, that people are like putting up a lot of videos, or not videos, but comments and posts that they don't understand where people are getting all these shards or books and resources. It's from Clan Boss. It is still the #1 source of those materials in the game. The next are later game things like the City of Cintranos, the Curse City, and Doom Tower. And in terms of champions, like some of the best legendary champions you can get in the game, 3 of them are free. Oh wow, we got another one. Thanks. Still no lesser potions. The ones you can get for free are Mithrala from doing Hydra, and even if you're only doing normal Hydra, it takes about a year or so doing 2 chests a day to get the fragments for her, and that's if you're only doing normal. You should by after a year be doing normal and hard, so you should get 4 chests from. And the kicker of the doubling of the chests for any of the clan bosses, you need to be in an active clan. You cannot just be in a clan with 2 or 3 friends, unfortunately, and they're not playing that often. If you had if you have a clan of 5 friends, honestly, with 5 players plus yourself, you can kill all the clan bosses as a group. Get to the harder ones as long as you're all progressing together. If you're in a clan with like less than 5 active people, you need to jump ship and find a new clan. You need to get in a clan with at least 15 to or so active players that are playing in the areas you are. Going into a clan, so that's only 15 so far. We'd still need 10 more. You should look for, like, if you're a new player, you should look for a clan that's doing easy and normal clan boss daily. You then need to jump clans to going into, like, that clan's likely only going to hit up to hard, and then like the clan I'm in now, like they're doing hard, brutal, and nightmare. So I'm just getting to the clan boss that they're taking down daily, but this is the second clan I've been in. And you need to move clans to make sure you're getting the appropriate rewards for where you are in the game. Next, you need to move to once you're able to 1 key brutal clan boss, you need to absolutely make sure. And by 1 key, I mean you're doing the 20 million damage. I think it's 20 or 21 million is the cap for getting the final chest on brutal. If you're doing that and your clan's not killing it, you're only getting 1. You need to be getting 2 per day, and why that matters is books, shards, as well as the gear. Early on, the gear that you get from there is useful. The regen gear and the attack-based gear, the cruel gear. Those 2 sets will help curve you into mid-game. Because 1 heals you by 3% a turn, so it's great for your supports, and that's per 2p, so it's a 9% heal every turn if you get them in 6 of those. The other gear you can get is it's 15% increased attack per piece, or sorry, it's either 5% or 15% increase per attack, and it ignores the enemy's defense by 5% each 2 sets. So it's up 15% ignore plus a massive increase to the attack percent of your champions, of the champion wearing it. That set will also help curve you into mid game. You need to focus on building a clan boss team if you have not. These new promo codes are great for that. That should be all the potions. Now we got to do the Void Keep. So we're just shy of hitting level 40. Our progression reward for 40 is an epic book. So we'll give that to Tagoar. I don't remember if I tried this, but just because I know the gear's an issue, we're going to use that. No. We did a 10 pull of Ancients, and they're just champions we can't be using right now. They were getting leveled up in there, but yeah, I'm just doing that in the background. We won't be using them, like I said, till day 30, so for this, we'll put Feign in. I just want them to be ready for day 30, like showing like progression from start to mid game. But they won't be geared. Right now they have garbage gear on, and I'm not going to gear them until then, because I'm going to do a stream of just gearing them, getting them ready. Also, that's a week out from. That should be 1 week, just 1 week before the new set series of the Coalition event starts. Also, leave a comment below if you'd rather I not use them. I can leave them, I can leave them in the vault. I have no problem with that. Want to keep if you'd like me to keep the game like at least that stage of the game focused on the champions here from the referral link and the promo code. Though overall I will have to use other champions to beat, Fire Knight, etc. So, 13 would beat that. As Fire Knight is the biggest wall, because beating him, you need an ally attack or you need multi-hit champions to take his shield out. You can't just keep brute. Like right now, I'm basically up to 13. I'm just brute forcing, or I'm up to 12, sorry, and I'm brute forcing Fire Knight with THOLIN. If I didn't have THOLIN, I wouldn't be able to do it. Supreme GALEK might be able to do it as long as you can get the shield down. So again, he's one of your other options as a free-to-play right now. I think you only got 1 more week to get him. I think he's only good till mid-June or end of June. It's Supreme 6 is the promo code. It's in the links below, in the description of the video. It only works on new accounts as a reminder. Okay, so that's 6 and 7, so 13 so far. I don't actually have, outside of the rares we've been getting for the fusion, I don't have any void champions to use those potions on. I was going to fuse one of the epics. I've got enough rares to do that. I should actually make sure I do that before the event ends, because it ends in a week, so. This boss, if you're not seeing it right now, but it drops block debuffs and weaken from his ads, and then he does poisons like he just did there. The reason his first hit there didn't do poisons was because I had a block debuffs buff on. Now, arguably, THOLIN would be doing more damage to bosses if he had Giant Slayer or War Master on, as a heads up. Just the build I have him in is for him to also be killing waves. He's set up for all areas of the game right now. But the masteries are up to you. And so that's 9, 7, and 6. So 16, 6. So I still need to do 1 more run. I don't think we can do past 15, so I'm just going to reset going again. This champion here, he's a very good, this one right here, he's a very good void, both these two here, Luria and him, they're both very good damage dealers. The great nukers. If he kills someone, they can't, I believe he ignores defense. I don't remember if he's got a block revive, but I know he at least ignores defense. We can take a look at him after this run here. So if you're ever facing champions along here, there's websites that'll tell you who they are, but you can also, I'll show you even within game, you can look up what their name is and then go to the index and look at their abilities. So if you're ever not sure what they're doing to you, that's a great way to get a better understanding of what you're dealing with in the game. Okay, and of course we got, okay, gotta do 1 more. Because we got medium potions instead. We're only 2 potions short of completing the mission. Now, I'm not rushing the Arbiter missions. After I do the 2nd stage there, it'll be a really slow crawl for me to do the 3rd stage. Because I'll need to beat all the dungeons at level 15 once we get to the 4th stage. And some of the 3rd stage has like arena-related missions that are kind of tricky. in terms of just like doing a lot of arena, and we don't have the greatest gear to be progressing in arena right now. You got to watch arena like a hawk every 15 minutes. Look for the weaker teams that you can beat. But that being our next mission, once this one's done, that's what we're going to be jumping into. I think we have to do the clan boss one first, and then that one. There we go, 9. Top this right up. Spider, we will have to wait for energy to refill, so we're going to run over to arena. So I can't beat any more teams in there. And being right at the cusp of gold 1, I keep getting a lot of these same teams. So like I can beat this team, but I've also lost to it twice, and I don't want to drop again. This is luck that we finally got like one-man teams in the bottom here. This champion's great, by the way. The epic we just killed there. Rugnor. So if you're ever if you haven't seen this before or didn't know this, you could just click on him. If you're ever facing him, I think I can't now. So if I go into here, nope. I don't have any arena refills, so I guess we can't do arena. But same thing here. If you're going here and you want to know like what the champion does, you can just click on them and hold for 2 seconds. Then it'll bring up the champion. You can click through their spells. Look at the aura they have. Now you can't check the enemy's gear or anything, but like say you didn't know what she does, you're like, oh, she has a 60% decreased debuff for 2 turns, hits all enemies. This one increases duration of debuffs by a turn, so she'll do her A3, A2. What's her passive do? Enemies under decreased defense will get a hex placed on them, have a 50% chance of that. So, and by the way, this epic's great. And then her A1, 50% applying debuff spread. So, say some of the champions here didn't get hit with decreased defense or hex. As long as one is, it'll spread it. So she's great for Hydra, great for Arena, waves and stuff like that. All these champions here are from campaign. These 3 here. This one is a permal code you can put in. This is like the rest. These 3 you get for free. This is the shard one you get for free. It's always guaranteed. And then this is from the novice tournament. And then she is probably from a shard because he probably started with Kale. And then these ones are from shards. This, he might have paid for that apprentice pass because you'll get Rector Drath for free if you do. Or not free, but you bought her for 20 bucks. In here, can't really beat any of these teams. Do another refresh. So some people are doing this where they're putting like one-man team in, one-man defense in. He does have these champions geared though, so I might lose to them. Some people only want to lose, they don't want to lose as many arena battles, so they put in 2 that you can kill and then one's harder, or you know, if you're a mid-end game, you'll just fly through these because it's the lowest level. So see there, the lure is, she's set up, so she just nuked the team down. Same thing, like this is set up to kill the first one, but then he'll lose the next 2. Right now, because there's an achievement for the Coalition event for beating, I don't have it here, but some people have a mission here that's repeatable for beating a certain number of arena champions. This one here, 50 enemies in arena, any mode. People are grinding this and saying, because 3v3 you'll beat, to put in 12, they're saying put in 12 1-star champions. That way it counts 12, 24, 36, 40, like, you know, you do your 10 battles, you get 120, that's 1.5 times you've completed this, so that's what people are doing, but some people didn't get the memo. So, okay, and level up there. Dragon tournament starts in a day. So this stuff here is quartz. It's something you should absolutely prioritize getting. I'd like to go, finish this up here, but these players at this point are like later game players. They can grind higher levels of this dungeon. But all this stuff free-to-play wise, like everything here, if I can get that 4,800 points would be great, but overall it's not a great use of my energy because I can only get maybe 5 to 10 points at most every run, which means I have to do 480 runs to get all of it. If I was more mid-game, had better gear, then it's something I could think about, but it's not, like, these are kind of things you should be assessing when you're looking at, like, what should I be doing? This one I can do because this dungeon is, you know, it's pretty accessible until level, like, 10 to 12 area, and then where it gets harder. But I can get all this done. Like, this will be 2 days, like, almost 3 days worth of time. I could do this. Hopefully I'm in a tournament group where I could actually compete, but we'll see. Go here. I grabbed. You'll get 5 ancient shards in the store here every month. By the way, she should always check. They're 200,000 silver, and you get 5 more from dungeons. So they add up. And this was what I was going to show you. The index. You're ever facing a champion, you're not sure. You get there. You grab their name and say, say you're facing Lady Kimmy. You're like, hey, what does she do? Oh, she puts a block buffs on. She has a turn meter. Increase on allies with accuracy and speed. So she places buffs, places debuffs, decrease accuracy, decrease speed. So it's the mirror opposite of her A3. And then her A1, she attacks enemy with the highest turn meter. Will attack the same enemy twice if the initial target has the highest turn meter. Second hit has 50% of decrease in the turn meter by 15%. So her whole kit's built around turn meter manipulation. Even her passive, like, she's a very good champion. And then her aura is for Doom Tower, and she's extremely good in Doom Tower. But I say that Arena and Live Arena is like where she shines, as long as you have the gear for her. But you say, yeah, any champion you're facing, you can, like, as long as you look them up, you can or grab their name, and then you can look them up over here, and you can look at their abilities. So let's like even say that dwarf we were facing is like, oh, I didn't get his name. Well, you can go here. You know he was an epic, and he was a void epic. So there's only these 5 here, and you just kind of look for someone that looks similar. So this is him here. And if you're looking at what he does, okay, is a 3, places a 50% increase attack on himself. Then he attacks. As you do have to look at wording on these champion skills, by the way, because sometimes they don't. Hi, welcome Xavier. Hope you're doing well. Is it AJ? Is your first name? Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for subscribing. Ragnar here, just showing people where to look for new information. And so he's one of the only. Sometimes champions will do the buff if conditionally they do something. He's doing it before he attacks, which is pretty rare. There's only a couple champions that do that in the game. And then he has a 75% chance of placing weaken on the target when he hits them. And then which can be booked up to 100%, and then he also has a 70%, which can book up to 100 of placing decreased defense on the target for 2 turns before he attacks. This wording is very important. So these are kind of things you got to look at. So, like, he's going to increase his attack, hit the enemy. He's also got a chance to put decreased defense on the enemy before he attacks. So he does 2 things before he attacks, and then he'll hit them hard. The weaken getting placed after he attacks, which is a weird way to build this ability because you really want all of this to go on before. But 2 out of 3 is still great. Makes him a very strong epic. Yeah. Oh, nice. I'm glad you're enjoying the free-to-play series, man. Yeah, thank you so much. The sacking... So this one, he sacks some of his HP. Then he fills his turn meter by 75%. That's pretty nutty that he'll have a turn. He takes a turn, then he preps himself to take a second turn. Places a shield buff on himself based on his max HP. But he is an attack champion, so I'm just pointing. You got it. So he's an attack champion that's meant to be built tanky. So those are factors you got to take in. If you do pull him, you got to build around that. And then he has a passive too, decreases the cooldown of Glean of Avarice, which is his A3. By 1 turn every time he loses. So when he uses his A2, he's actually going to decrease this cooldown. It'll be at a 4-turn cooldown. It'll decrease by 1 turn to a 3-turn based on his every time he loses HP. So if he loses HP to his ability, then during the enemy's turn they hit him. Over multiple turns, attacks are hit, not affected by healing or other HP increases. So he can get healed and then lose it again. It doesn't matter. It's just tracking it as it goes. And I appreciate the kind words, AJ. Thank you so much. And yeah, overall he's a great, and he's got a leech on his A1, which helps keep him alive. So it helps him get that HP, get that HP back after he sacks it. And he's a cool design champion too. He's great gear here, and then on his he's got a nice little horn here, a drinking horn, and he's one of the only dwarves who's got these red eyes. So overall, just really cool design. He's kind of like the maybe what THOLIN looked like before he went all demonic. Gives you an idea of what he could have looked like. Their armor is a little similar with the black plate. Just THOLIN looks more like his was forged in the in Hellfire. Yeah, it's and then if you ever get a new champion, like, hey, what faction were they? You get these red dots. So Shaman, she's a login champion. She's a reviver, and that'll help out GALEK here for the orc crypt that's open today. So I can build her and put her in there in the team. And high elves. We got Adjudicator here. Nope. Nope. And Sacred Order. Who would we pull here? It was an uncommon. Armiger. So as a heads up, he is one of the best 5 uncommon champions in the game. You will put him to 60. He's a turn meter manipulator, crit on his A1. This ability, though, is why he's special. He's one of the only champions in the game. Maybe there's like 10 or 15 at this point that have this. That he'll destroy an enemy's max HP. So there's a boss in the Doom Tower that has a shield, and the shield gets destroyed the more HP that gets destroyed on the boss. So he's really primely designed to fight that boss. And putting him with destroy set, he'll destroy more of the boss's HP. And you can pair him with Vergis, who's a high elf epic. If you get both of them, they're a great tag team. Because Vergis as well, on his A1, he has a reflect damage, but he keeps himself alive, and he'll help keep that champion alive. And if you put a destroy set on him, he can actually solo the boss if he gets strong enough. Yeah. Oh, it's just my speaker, or I can't hear you well. Other vids, your voice there is loud, but the video voice is low. Well, let me know if that helps. I just turned up the gain on my microphone. Does that help out? Just increased gain. My mic. Did that help? Do you hear me better now? If I put it up, it could be your speakers. That's better? Okay. Because if I put it up anymore, like, I'm getting into the red. Yeah, not a problem. This epic as well, just while I'm here. This epic is amazing. If you do pull him, he's very much worth building. This epic as well. He's an older one. As you can see by his design, it's not as detailed, but he has a decreased defense, decreased attack on his A3, and then he hits here with a decreased... it's on his A2. And he has a sleep debuff, and he puts a decreased attack on his A1, and chance to stun there. And he has a turn meter hit as well. So some great champions there. Oh, I missed the Barbarian. Who did we... I think I've got most of the uncommons in the game now. Demon Spawn, there we go there. Alright, so Great Hall, still waiting. I still need another 150 medals. And here for our mission, we're at Spider Den. Was it stage 3 or higher? So these Arbiter missions, just do them as you can. Stage 3 or higher for Spider Den. I think we're on stage 7. So we're on 10. We got up to 10. It wasn't 100% getting it here. I don't remember if I had to manual this or not. So we're going to drop down to 9. And it's 5 times we had to do it. No, don't be sorry. Like these recordings are just great for people to watch after the fact. But yeah, don't be sorry. You're here live, so. No, it's appreciated. Because that would mean the recording would have low audio too, and I don't want that. I don't want people to have to crank their speakers to hear me. So these two on the end, why you're going to use them as well is this. Yeah, he does. He puts a shield on. Mausoleum Mage does the same, but he also puts the buffs across. Again, if you ever want to see the buffs that are on your champions, you just hit the info tab there, and you can see the debuffs on the boss or the minions. The minions will always share the affinity of the boss, by the way. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. How far can THOLIN do in every content? Yeah, so THOLIN, he can do all content in the game. It just matters on gear. So early on, you're only going to get to probably, like, you know, we're on day 7 here, and I'm only doing stage 9 Spider. But I can do up to stage 12 Fire Knight. I can do up to stage 18 Dragon. And I can do up to stage 12 Ice Golem, or 13 Ice Golem. So it really is dependent on what gear you get, because and what you focus on. So your THOLIN, I don't know if he's level 50 or is he if you've gave him chickens or food to get him to level 60. But if he's level 60, he should be able to push your dungeons. It just matters honestly on gear. You have to get lucky on getting his attack damage stat up, as well as his crit rate and crit damage. He does need decent speed and accuracy as well. And overall, you down the road want to make him have like 30 to 40,000 HP with 3,000-ish defense. Again, that's much later in the game. Early on, you just want to make sure that he can survive by himself, because he can clear a lot of this stuff by himself. He doesn't need, like, these other champions could die right now, and he could probably eventually kill the spider just with brute force, because he's so strong because of his passive ability. So that's his normal A1 attack, where he just killed all the small ones there, all the small spiders. But when you see him keep attacking, so I'll point it out here. So see how he had Evil's Nightmare come up there as a message? That was his extra attack. And you'll see here when he goes to attack now, he might attack twice because his passive is procced. So he hit once there, and now he went in. So he did his passive first, and then he went in for his A2 to do a 2-hit on the boss. But if you get lucky with him, he'll continuously hit. So what gear you have on THOLIN? I'm still 50 and my THOLIN's wearing Lifesteal set. Yes, so that's absolutely fine. Lifesteal's fine. That's what THOLIN's wearing. Actually, I'll show his gear after these runs are finished. Actually, I can do it here. I'll show you quickly. I'll let this one finish, and then I'll show you what gear he has on. But when you gear early, stats over set. So you do want a Lifesteal set on him, but the other two pieces could be from any set. It doesn't matter, as long as he gets good stats from them. So we in the forge for him right now, he has a 6-star pair of defense speed boots. So they're from a defensive set, but they have speed on them. Because they have speed on them, so here I'll show you quickly. So this is what he's wearing right now. So these boots, I landed, like, this is why he's wearing them. They rolled 1 into attack and then 2 into crit rate. So that's why I pushed them into level 16. This cost a lot of silver. It was like 5 million silver to roll this. But it's very worth it, because like these boots, I'm not going to take off of him anytime soon. He's going to wear these for probably the next couple of weeks. As you can see, I do still, so these two pieces are guaranteed to have these rolls on them, not as the substats, but the main stats. So you will always, from login, get a crit rate set of gloves from that login row that Shaman's in. And same with the armor. Yeah. Yeah, no, you absolutely are. Yeah, it's so for right now, as you can see, I've pushed them to level 16, but as long as yours you put them to level 12, he will be able to do the majority of the early part of the game. This piece is from Clan Boss, or I got it from the campaign because you get 2 pieces of this in the campaign. I do believe that's where I got this, was the campaign reward of normal campaign. Overall, though, you want his weapon to have this stat here, the attack percent, and possibly speed or crit rate, crit damage. Those are the main stats you're looking for him. So if I hit info here, I can see his total stats. So I'm 1% shy of him having 100% crit rate. And crit damage, we're waiting to get an amulet on him, but crit damage amulet is what I'm trying to get for him from Spider or from the event dungeon right now, because you want this to, you know, be north of 100. This stat here, though, over crit rate early, crit damage early, you want his base attack to be as high as possible. You don't need it to be as high as I have it. This was just lucky rolling on 2 pieces of gear, but you want it to be, you know, 2,000, 2,500 area if all his gear is only level 12, as high as you can get it. So his base at level 60 is 1630. I think at 50 it's about 1,400, 1,500 area. So that means you need to get 1,500 attack. And like I said, this is guaranteed to be an attack percent piece, this 4 piece. So if you got that to level 12 right now, that's fine. These 2 pieces were from the Apprentice Pass. Yeah. Yeah. Like, so his question is it more important for him if his crit damage is not high enough that 71% is good for now? Yeah. So this could be 0. This crit damage could be 0 right now. It's just, this is how crit damage works in the game, is it's added extra damage onto your normal damage. So if he crits, it's like he does a certain percent extra damage. So that multiplier for crit damage is on his attack damage. So his attack damage is your #1 priority outside of speed. Like, speed and attack damage, I would say, are his 2 most important stats. Attack damage being the #1 most important stat. Then speed, then crit rate, crit damage. That, in that order. And then after that, you know, you can focus on making him tankier, getting his defense up a little bit, and his HP. His HP will, if he's not tanky enough, he will just keep dying. So having a reviver on the team like Tagoar, as you can see, he's not in fully rolled gear. Only his boots are and shield are fully rolled. These boots we got from the forge as well. So we lucked out that they're speed boots. But as you can see here, they hit flat stats. But right now, this early, that's still very good for him being a support champion, because he wants to have high HP and high defense so he stays alive to revive other champions. You want him to be alive so he can keep rotating into his skills. As you can see too, his skills aren't fully booked and he's not fully ascended yet. Once he has this passive, it decreases the damage of all allies with when they're under 50% health by 10%. So that means all damage those allies take, including crit damage, is reduced by 10%. Eventually you take a... actually, I can actually do that for him right now. But we can book him as well while we're here. I'm hoping this goes into his A2 or 3, which it did, so that means he's got a stronger heal. But this is the #1 spell we want the cooldowns to be reduced on. And Mausoleum Mage, the #1 spell we want the book to hit is this one here, to reduce it to a 3-turn cooldown, because that means he'll be putting his buffs out more often. But unfortunately, we've had 3 books hit his A1, which we do not care about right now. It's not a priority. And 2 books have hit here. So he's kind of half booked right now, but we switched gears to Tagoar because for Clan Boss, his other 2 spells here matter a lot. And as you can see, for his masteries, we're starting to get scrolls for him, but we're not near completion yet. Mausoleum Mage, we've maxed out his first set of abilities. We're now getting into his second. And Tholin's abilities are here. If your Tholin's level 50, AJ, you won't have this last ability here, the Helm Smasher. Now again, just so you know, I built him. I've built Tholin to do all content. If you were building him for bosses, you should take this ability here or this ability here. You should only take Giant Slayer if he's got high crit damage. It's otherwise not going to do as much damage as War Master will. And these abilities here are to help tank him up a little, give him some defense. Receives less damage from attacks all enemy abilities. And removes chance to remove debuffs when he gets hit and he loses 25% or more HP. So if someone nukes him down, he has a chance to remove a debuff on him. They might have decreased defense on him or something, and it takes it off. And then this, he receives less damage from a specific enemy with each hit he takes from them, up to 6%. So that's 2 damage reducing abilities on someone like the clan boss. And then here, he has a chance to counterattack when he loses, and that's part of what makes his kit proc, makes him keep attacking. Again, his activates Demon Breaker every 5th turn he takes. And this ability here is what makes him really strong. Enemies from the Corrupted Alliance, bosses and minions cannot land a crit on him. So it just makes him very hard to kill. And I'm going to show too what they mean by Corrupted Alliance is down here. These 4 factions are the Corrupted Alliance. Yeah. Yeah. So you don't need complete sets early on. So when you hear the term stats over sets from myself or other streamers, GALEK here, he's in those other lifesteal sets that aren't fully rolled up. The boots were because originally Tholin was wearing these boots. Sorry if you heard my cat there. She's up on the table right now. But I've put him in crit rate sets to increase his crit rate because his abilities benefit from the crit rate. And if you chose Supreme GALEK, for instance, over Tholin, Supreme GALEK has added crit rate to all of his abilities. So you want to have his crit rate higher because it makes his burns, it affects his other abilities and how they function. But I'll show you here, like Spirit Host, I have her as a support. She's in 2 complete sets and then these random boots because they're speed boots. Like she's not getting any benefit from the set. She's only she's only benefiting from the stats on it. And in terms of books, you're asking about books. We had a lot of rare books because we did these challenges. So if you go into here, each of these challenges, if you look at these ones, these are giving us lots of books. We're on the 4th stage. The first 2 stages are rare books, and then you get epic books, and then the final one will give us a legendary book. Same thing for the artifact challenges. If you're doing these, you have to do these on the normal. It tells you the area of the game to do it, and then I would get another. So this one gave me 5 rare books, and then the dungeon one here that I'm about to complete. Once I do this dungeon, I get a sacred shard. It gave me ancient shards and a void shards before this, and then the arena one is books as well. So I'm on the last stage of that, but the first 2 stages of this are of this one gave rare books, and then an epic book. Oh, legendary books. Yeah. So this is where I'm getting them. Or sorry, this is where we got them. It was from campaign. So when you do normal campaign, we can't see the rewards anymore because I've taken them. But down here in the bottom row, you'll get rare books. But when you go into hard campaign, you get 1 legendary book. And then when you go to brutal campaign, you'll get another one. And then nightmare campaign, again, you can't see it, but you'll get 3 books. There's multiple books down here. I haven't done brutal campaign yet, but that's where the legendary books are coming from. So Tholin overall, I've only put in 3, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's had 4 books. I can tell you that 2 of them were from the challenges. I might have gotten 1 legendary book from one of these. I can't look back on the events, but all of it has been from places in the game like that. Like, I haven't gotten any legendary books from Clan Boss yet or anything. Sometimes here in the rewards, see up here I have an epic book. Sometimes for the dungeons there'll be a legendary book up there. And let's see if there's any here. So this chest doesn't have it, but those are the rewards it can give. So it gives an epic book in there. Sometimes you'll get a gold or platinum one. It'll give a legendary book. But yeah, the 4 books. So this one's a good example here. The Soul Chase. I can't see it because I'm not this level yet, but it's got a legendary book in the rewards. But I believe one of the events we did up here gave us one, and then the other ones we got from doing these challenges. One of them at least was from here. I don't remember if you get more than one from the Brutal campaign. And Faction Wars, this is how far we are, but Faction Wars eventually will give you legendary books the more you commit to it. So see here, they're all rare books right now. When you get to the second page, they're still rare books, but when you get to the third one, they're all epic books. And then the fourth one, here's legendary books. You also start getting sacred shards. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Brutal might be where you got, like, again, I'm just not remembering right now. But they've all been from progression. I do believe, is one of them from here? So I've gotten 1 epic book from here so far, but also doing the coalition stuff going on right now. You'll get, we're like, as a community, we're going to get this one here. So you'll get another legendary book for THOLIN from here. And down here, I do believe there's a legendary book eventually. No, it's a mythical book. So don't use this tome, by the way. This one will work on your legendary champion, but this tome is very rare. It's for mythical champions. It's hard to get in the game. So you're going to get another one right here. So you're going to get 2 legendary books from completing this. So that's 2 more for THOLIN. And he doesn't need that many books. Show here. Like, overall, that's 3, the 4, let's say, because you'll eventually get that 4th one that I got. And then 2 more. So that means this will be level 3, this would be done, and you'd only need 3 more. So he only needs 5 more books total. So that's, what, 4, 3, 7, and 3. So he only needs 10 books total. That's very low for a legendary champion, just so you know. Normally, legendary champions need like 12 to 14 books if you're going to fully book them. So he's actually pretty, like, agreeable with how many books he needs. Now, we don't have a blessing for him yet, but eventually these things, you'll be able to access them once you get a star blessing for him. They'll likely do an event for that once his fusion's done. And you'll be able to select these abilities. Early on, I would suggest this one, Brimstone, or Crushing Rend. Also, this one here would be good on him. Where is it? Cruelty. So those 3 are the ones that are decent for him. If you're having trouble with damage, where is it? This one's good for arena. If you're having problems getting that final 10% health on enemies, it'll kill them. Same with polymorph. Though polymorph suggested for 5 and 6 star souls, it's not really good with just 1. It's a very low chance it'll happen. This is good for HP burn champions. This one up here, Phantom Touch, is good for champion, or Lethal Dose, sorry, is the one I was thinking of, for poison champions. So GALEK here, being someone who wants damage for burns, would use... He can't use this because it's for epic champions only. But he can use these ones. Increases the damage according to the number of dead allies. Doesn't work on his burns, though. This is just a bonus damage overall. But yeah, well, like once we have that unlocked, we'll eventually get some souls. I mean, we'd be super lucky to get one for THOLIN. I don't think we will be that lucky. We're about to hit level 42, so up here, your progression rewards as your account's leveling up, you're gonna get these rewards for free. This, just so you know, it may not seem like a lot, but this going from 40 to 50 is gonna take 2 weeks to 3 weeks, depending how much you play. Going from 50 to 60 is gonna take a month, if not 2 months. Unless you're playing like 6 to 10 hours a day, it's just a lot of XP that's needed to do it. Did you consume all crafting materials? Yes, I did. So, see my forge only has 2. These are the only 2 areas I can make artifacts right now, is this one right here. I've been using, I have lots, you get this from Arena, just so you know. These you get from Faction Wars. So, I have to do Faction Wars today still, but I've been doing it every single day. So even though I can't go past this stage, this is what this little symbol means. It's for the forge materials. So I'm gonna keep grinding this. I can take her out and eventually put her in as a, cause she's gonna keep champions alive and support them. You can also choose your different auras you want, like a speed aura here would be great, but there's no gear on Shaman yet. So I need to go in here and put gear on her. Like for now I have this gear, right? So I can put this on her for now, cause I just want to keep her alive. But you can use your filters here to prioritize stats. So you either go like, oh, I want speed and accuracy substats, then it can show you the gear you have. This is the gear from the forge. So like this rolled flat stats. Normally you don't keep those, but because we're so early in the game, we're gonna keep these because these are very good gloves for now. All the substats are good. They're very good for a support champion. I can't roll them right now, so I'm gonna leave them there. But like you look at this, this is a 4-star, but it's still very good for all the substats it's rolled. So it's very good to hold on to that. Eventually, and this is a very good set too for placing Hex. Hex is a really good debuff in the game. But say I just want speed boots. I just go primary stat, select speed. This is the speed boot options I have right now for her. I might use a frost set later, so I don't want to give those to her. I might take these ones instead. Now these substats, I mean, they aren't great for her because she's a support, so we don't want damage substats, but it's only a 1 damage and 1 non-damage substat. These aren't rolled yet, so we can't see them. I might even put these 3-star ones on her. I've done takeovers. I did that for one of my clanmates. He was in late game but needed help finishing his clan boss team in a couple other areas of the game. So I have other videos on that, but it was, again, a very late game account. He has like over 200 legendaries. Like he's been playing for 5 years, so he had a lot of options and he had a lot of silver. That's the main, early on it's not great to have someone take over your account because you're still learning, and if I do something on there, it's not going to help you really. Like you know, I could tell you, you know, hey, you should put speed boots on, or hey, you should, but like you're going to need to have gear. You're going to need silver for a proper takeover. And early on, you're not going to have, you know, 20, 30 million silver. You're not going to have, you know, 15, 20 different options for gear sets for all your champ because you're still grinding it out. So if you wanted me to help you like in like a month, where you've been playing for a while and you've got some things and if you're having any troubles, definitely could do that for you. But you can definitely just keep dropping by and asking questions. I have Twitter as well, so you can message on X Twitter if you'd like as well. And you can take screenshots and I can help you out that way too. But just this early on, it's not great to do an account takeover just because like you're still getting all the resources you would need for a proper account takeover, to receive the proper help you need. So this is a bug that keeps happening with the instant upgrade. I don't know why. So now you can see it jumps to level 5. And now we're going to do substats. Select the weapon. So that was really good that it double hit speed there for her. You have your main account with TUHANARAK and Artak. Oh, so for silver, the number one... Oh, I gotta put Bruise into her too. She's not leveled up. So for silver, eventually the forge, you'll sell a lot of artifacts out of here to get a lot of silver. But right now you would need them. The other area for silver is honestly just going here and running spider. Selling your accessories that you're not using. Like anything that's like 3 or 4 star that has just flat stats on it. And by flat stat that means like attack but not attack percent. Or defense but not defense percent. If you get an amulet, let's say it has HP, but it rolls attack crit damage. You can use it on an attack-based champion, but if you're looking for amulets for defense champions, you might eventually sell that because you're not going to really use it. Most attack champions you do want crit damage for. So you can sell those and you get 20, 30, 40,000 silver for artifacts from the spider. If they are eventually epic and legendary ones you're selling, you'll get 100,000 silver, 150,000 silver from selling it. And then that adds up. You'll get a lot of silver over time from that. So right now, say I wanted to sell accessories. So I'm not going to use, let's say, common accessories, and I'm only looking to sell 1 and 2 star. You go into here and choose that, and then you sell the common ones or the 1 star ones. And see, I'm going to get 15,000 silver, but if these were 3 stars, that would be like 30,000. If these were 4 or 5 stars, that would be 150 or 200,000. Yes, I did spend, yes. So I did spend 800 gems for Tholin's Masteries, and then I've saved the rest of the gems. I've been using them for energy. I did not. You eventually will unlock these, but you don't do that right away. And you also shouldn't unlock this until you've got your masteries and you're progressing further into the game. I would say after the first month, you can unlock the mine. I'm also getting gems from here that you've seen in the rewards. Like these add up. So I've got 10 from there. And you'll see from the tournament up here, which one was it? The Ice Golem. If you do win, once it loads, like if you finish in these 2 positions, you can get gems. And you'll get tournaments like this where you'll get 60 gems here. So all that adds up. I think in total I've probably gotten 200 or 300 gems from just doing the events for the fusion, even though I'm not doing the fusion. Because new accounts, it's impossible to do it. They make it that way. Like there's been 4 tournaments I haven't been able to compete in or see. But I've got 2 champions so far. And from the Ice Golem and Gear Enhance, I'll get 2 more. And then I'll be able to actually fuse them into this guy. And why I'm going to fuse him is he's a very good support champion. Should you hit, so the event goes on as you're playing anyway, like, you know, dungeon divers while you're doing campaign making chickens, those shields get points for dungeon divers, and same with the event. Like a lot of the stuff here completed. See, it's clear stage 10 or higher of dragon in a certain amount of turns, but like that I just did naturally. Like I wasn't trying to complete this. Like you'll just get some of these points just for playing the game. 6 artifacts rare higher to 16. I was just playing the game. Craft 30 artifacts in the forge. That's over time. 1 million silver from selling gear. That's over time. So you'll complete things just from playing. You just got to target what you're doing. You know, like the dungeon here, the earlier missions, I can't see them anymore, but like I was trying to pair them up with the missions here that were from campaign. So when I had to beat stage 7 of this palace, I was doing the palace grind here of the castle. I had to beat this stage. I was doing the missions to grind these stages to get the artifacts at the same time. So that way I did 2 things at once. And then right now I have to go back here and do this, but this isn't a great use of my energy because you have to do it on normal. It's going to use less energy, but it's not really giving me a benefit. Like if I jump in here, THOLIN can do this by himself now. But say I'm going to level up these guys here. Where's the other one? Anyway, I would just put food champions in here because they're just going to get XP. And then I just run that once. Last question before I play. No, don't worry. It's fine. It's why I'm here. And then this might help newer players when they're watching the VOD of this. What's your question though? I would say to focus on getting THOLIN to 60, absolutely. If you probably understand, but like, see these uncommon champions, I'm just putting them in here to get XP. Yeah. Do not ascend him to 5-star until the mission comes up. Just because getting the potions early is, while the keeps are open, you should get the potions, like grind them. But once you have them, don't just ascend him right away. Because one, you're not going to be able to... what that gives him is stats and an artifact slot for the necklace, to wear, the jewelry. But I didn't ascend him to 5 stars until it came up here that I had to ascend a champion to 5 stars. Or to a 5-star ascension. So what that means, when it says ascend, it means this here. So like, see, I'm missing 1 potion because I used it, I think, for Gorgrab, but I just need to go get 1 more potion or mix one to be able to ascend him to 6 stars. But I'm not going to do that until the mission comes up, because for me to get another 6-star champion, I have to level it up. So that's going to be Tagoar is my next one. So I've got 2 chickens in weight, but I don't have any. I have 1 piece of food here. So there's I'm using him in Faction Wars, but I'm going to take the gear off that guy, and then that's one. I only need 1 more 4-star chicken for Tagoar. Why I haven't leveled him up is because there's a mission coming up that I need to make rank up a 5-star champion. So I'm waiting for that to come up before doing it. So follow the quest. Yeah, just follow the quest is the best guide to do. You don't need to. Like, you absolutely can play this game however you want. If you want to progress quickly, you can just get the chickens and do it. If you've already got the food to make him 6-star, you can do it. You don't have to wait for the mission. You'll also get a benefit from the pass here. Most of these are for GALEK, but I'm not gonna be able to do this one because I need GALEK to go to rank 6, but he's not a priority for me for the game or for so I'm mainly focusing on these ones to get the rewards here. I've only got 3 left to get, and then I've got 2 weeks to finish these, but I'm gonna finish this pass without them just from the dailies. So 2 more 4-star chickens I'll probably have by it's Wednesday today, so Friday. But as you're watching this VOD, it'll be in the past. But yeah, what the difference when I saw the other content creators about farming brutal. Yeah, so why they're doing different things there is most people farm brutal 12-3 because the shields are worth more silver. So the shields are worth more silver than boots. So if you do 12-3, I'm going to put a normal rate in here. But if I do 12-3 and do 1 run, I hope I get a 5-star shield so you can see. I think 5-star common shields sell for 18,000 silver. So it was a 4-star one, but it's 9,000. Okay, the 5-star sells for like 15 or 18. I forget the amount, but you sell that, right? If you do this one, this gives more XP. So these champions will get more experience for 12.6, but the artifact is worth less. So if you're silver farming and you want to do XP, you'll do 12.3. If you're strictly focused on building your chickens to 5-star, or sorry, to ascend to 6-star, and you're putting your 2-star, 3-star, 4-star champions for food in here to get them XP, they're gonna get more XP from here. But see, this only sells. So there's a 4-star. The other one was this is a 3-star boot, but sells for much less than the shield does. So now see, he's maxed out. You got to make sure you're taking them out and rotating in new ones. So how about I do this fresh? I'll show you. Here's 3 fresh champions, okay? So for 12.6, multiple levels, okay? They got 6 levels here. And so 18,000 on a 5-star for boots. So I think it's 20,000 for the shield then. I'm going to take them out. So remember, they got 6 levels out of that. On 12.3, I'm pretty sure they only get 5 levels. They get like 5 and a bit. Because 12, so it, like, it's statistic wise, okay, I leveled up too, so sorry. So they still got 6, but this is because they're uncommon, they're lower level. They need less experience to level up. I can tell you the number difference, 1 sec. It is, so 12.3 gives 17,000 or experience overall split between the champions. It gives 4,300 per champion here. 12.6, where is it? 12.6 gives another 1,400 XP per champion. So it's 4,200 XP total between these 3, because he won't get any XP, right? Like it's a negative loss. So there's 25% going to each of them. So that's the difference of 12.3 to 12.6. Not a problem. I hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for sharing. You do you as well. You have a great rest of the day, Jay. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna do this series free to play till day 30. I will. I did pull some very good champions, so they are gonna get. I'm gonna show how to use them mid game, but I still will be doing this as a free to play series. Like, there's no. I'm not spending any money. After day 60, I might start spending money with like just $10 to get the gem pack, because I'll need it to keep progressing the account. But outside of that, I won't be spending anything. So this pass, once it unlocks for you too, you'll get a lot of materials to craft and forge gear. Because this just started, so this is good for 3 weeks and change. These missions you do have to pay for. So I'm just pointing that out for you. So that's the only way to get this. So when you scroll all the way down here, if you played the whole ride, you're going to get this 3-piece accessory set when you finish it, not the mythical set here. So these forged materials, you can make a righteous set. It gives resistance. Oh. So I can't gain anything from this unless I buy this pass. See how the game wants me to spend money? No. And again, we're going to get a bunch of rewards from the coalition event here as well, so just keep that in mind. And for those wondering what bonuses you get from that set, that's this one here. So speed and resistance. But we only have the rare materials right now. We're going to wait to get some of the epic ones. We will not, until much later, be able to craft in the legendary ones. The pass, just so you know, it only gives you 25, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 350, 450. So 450 of the epic materials, and I think you only get 25 of the legendary ones. So you can only make 5 legendary pieces in total. So like until you get to level 49, that's the only one you can do. So you get 5 and that's it. Oh. No. And in here, eventually, you do want to be buying up the uncommon champions to save your mystery shards for shard events. So we got another epic book here. Gonna use that on Tagoar again. Fingers crossed that it goes into his A3. It did not. We'll probably end up having to fully book him now. What was the mission we're on right now? We are on Spider. We need to do 3 more runs. Two more runs, and then we'll, I think we have to do the clan boss key after that. I'm gonna put some music on. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna run and grab a drink. So I have an interview loaded up there. Just the audio kicked in for a second.
Probably.
If anyone's interested as well, Volkin's giving away his first Arbiter account with the Newt. So definitely worth jumping on there to check out. Where is some music? There we go. Brought to you by White Bat Audio. I don't know how loud this is going to be, so... With how high the gain is right now on the mic, it might pick up the fans of my computer. Alright, and I'll be right back. There you go, that's picking it up a lot better. You guys have had enough food. You have another hour to lunch. Hello, I'm back. That music's very low. This is White Bat Audio, but it's a John Carpenter like horror playlist. I'm gonna switch it. Something a little more upbeat. There we go. I just want it for the background. Yeah, there we go. So Skinwalker Amulet can give that to Fane. Orc Amulet, maybe we can put that on GALEK. Night Rev. Nothing right now. So we're halfway to the Sacred Shard. We're at 30. Well, just shy of halfway. I didn't realize. So I did a damage test with that legendary I was talking about. So he's still in the team. Ignore this run. He's not doing any damage. He does like minuscule amounts of anything right now. I was just trying to see if he could land his poisons. So he's right now putting this poison debuff on of sensitivity. But I'd actually be doing more with the other support champion in. Hi, RP. So we already did the 1,000,000 damage. We're just gonna let this key roll. They should die 10 turns from now, by turn 20. So I'll go into it next month, but what this guy does is poisons. He's essentially a better version of Kale. And then he puts a decrease resistance on as well, and he drops 3 poisons and the weakens from another champion. But yeah, he will eventually do a lot of poison and damage to the clan boss. But again, I was just doing a test with him. I'm not intending to use him until we're past the 30-day point. So there you go. See, they all died. Still though, 3 million. That's the highest we've done. Those are 3.2 million, highest clan boss damage we've done. So he did do half the damage. So again, ignore this key. Dismiss that for now. Get that. Send a champion to level 5. We already did these 2 for the last ones. So Tagoar will be next. I'll need to farm some arcane potions to do the next ascendancy. I still need one more piece of 4-star food. Let's do that right now. Now there's no champ training tournament on, but a way to roll that. Got some energy backed up now. These are weekly, so it's 2 full energy refills. You get those every 7 days. Still no amulet for dwarves. But I can go to our friend here and put this attack one on, gives him some accuracy. Hate where this exit game sits because it's right by the. It's right by the X to close the game. If you're like too close here, it highlights it. Small things. Tagoar we can upgrade now. So I'll remove that. I would like to wait for a champ training tournament, but I don't believe there's one coming up within the next day, and I need him to be ready. So we are gonna level him up otherwise, but so we need one more. I can't mix one either, so we're off to the Magic Keep. Lucky's still open. This is actually the keep that's open today anyway, so. Can I do more? I was leveling up champions in the keeps, that's why. Again, I can't use those epics for another until the end of the month. So that epic I just removed, just so you know, he's one of the best epics in the game. So that's also why I just don't want to use him. It'll give an alternate, it'll alter the count too much to be using him. I was just leveling him up there, and his name's Geomancer. I'm actually surprised we got him because, you know, it's such a low % chance to get him. She steals buffs, doesn't she? Yeah. Oh no, she places all that on herself. So I thought we could just force our way through it because it's the weak affinity to my champion, but to THOLIN, but it's still not strong enough to do it himself. RP, what are you doing? You gonna lie down? As long as we get these hits in with the shield down, beater. Fortunately, got small potions. I'll probably have to run this 2 or 3 times to get the superior one. What are you looking for? What are you? Unfortunately, gut. Okay, I'm gonna run 3 battles and hope. There we go. So back to arena. Energy's refilling as well, so it's a good time to do arena. We finally reached gold arena 2. Now, funny enough, I don't think we can beat a single team on this page. I have no arena refills. Before champions to rank 4. So this will give us some energy. 4 champions level 50 or higher. Can I do this? I don't think I can do this one yet, because I've only got 3. Yeah, I can't do that mission yet, but need to. I think I can do the other 2 rank ups. Now the only rare here I would be willing to sacrifice is the fusion one. So we got 1 more to do. We got plenty of these to do. Now normally I would put a brew into all those, get them to level 10 before upgrading. I'm only doing this because there's no champ training on right now. So that's done. Oh, so Fire Knight, we just got to do that once, eh? Okay. I think that should be enough. Tagoar needs experience now, so I do need to get him back in campaign to level him up. So then we beat that once. So once is just grind Fire Knight. There's just no Fire Knight tournament on right now, sadly. If this was Ice Golem or the event dungeon, awesome. I do need to go into Fire Knight. It's just because like that's the only place we can get Savage gear right now. It's just not a great time to be in there. Okay. So we'll do more arena once we are able to. We don't have any more arena refills for the day, so we have to wait. It takes, just so you know, here you can see all your keys. For arena, it tells you I've got another one in 3 minutes. But I believe this takes half an hour or an hour, I forget. It takes a decent amount of time to refill it. There's also just nothing on this page we can beat. So thankfully we got this one, and these are the kind of battles we're looking for in gold, to just do one-man teams. So there's only one here we can do. I also don't want to keep using gems to refresh the page. This is the current team. I should change this defense. Technically this should be the team, but she has no gear on. $90 more seconds or so. Sometimes Siege bugs and it's just stuck loading now. Okay, 1 more minute. So if you want to help out with the coalition event, put 12 food champions in here. And why I'm suggesting that is, if you're not trying to climb out of any of the tiers right now, and climb up in Tag Arena, the missions to defeat arena champions are in here, so you're helping out us, helping out the community do the coalition event, whatever tier you're in. Now, no, if you're in a higher tier of 3v3 arena, you're gonna lose a heap of medals to this, or a heap of your ranking up here. You'll likely drop, so just remember that while you're in there. You gotta be committing just as much to stay in the game. Keep your head above water. What I said there, sorry, was keep your head above water. So there's compensation gifts in the game right now, because Siege is having problems, as a heads up. Game is... So you get an epic book, 300k silver, 150 energy, and a multi-battle. Siege just crashed something fierce on me. So I'm hoping it did not use my metals. I'm going to close reopen the game just to get those rewards. It's really taking its time to start up. It's like the game knows I'm trying to shut it down. That's why it kicks on. As soon as I open Tax Manager, it kicked on and started up again. I don't know what Plarium Play does in the background, but for some reason when you start up as a heads up. So there's the compensation gifts. You should restart the game right now if you're playing. You'll get these gifts. All players get them when they have server issues, so... Nice kick of energy there. That's where we stand on shards right now. Now I'd like to go into the event dungeon, but I do need to level up Tagoar, so we're gonna go here. But what I should be doing, actually, this is a good time to show. Min-max. So if you just ranked up a champion, but they are a champion that you're trying to get scrolls for, you do want to put them in here. Because he'll get XP while we're in here, as well as get, be getting his scrolls he needs. Let's set 5 here. Before, I just don't want to forget, because I don't want to get kicked out of gold. That arena bottle came up. So it is an hour per medal. I was right. So for us to stay in gold for an hour, I don't see it happening, but, you know, fingers crossed. We are going to use our energy here. I do just want to make sure they can complete it. Should be fine. Now, to do this properly, you do need his passive to keep rocking. So Gorgrab's getting the... That's fine. So there's about 3 battles left to do in Minotaur, and then I'm going to end the stream for the day. I'll start up again later tonight while I'm waiting for my friends to get in from work before we start our Valheim server. So this is what I mean. It's not 100%. So I might drop... We don't need to be in 15 right now because both of them aren't getting the red scrolls yet. It's just better, you know, slightly better odds there. We'll go into this one here. This should be okay. Why THOLIN died there is the Cold Heart and the other champions there are all attack-based champions. They can crit him and take him down. Or sorry, they can't crit him, but they can just do enough nuke damage to him because they're all void affinity. Where this is his the negative affinity, or his positive, and they're negative to his affinity, so he takes less damage from them. So what was proccing there was his mastery. If he loses 25% of his health, he has a chance to counterattack. Okay. I was doing Faction Wars there too before I was helping the other player out, so I'm gonna go back into Faction Wars as well before I end stream. We've got 7 minutes till we're at 2.5 hours anyway, so that's where I was gonna cap the video. I don't know if they're geared enough to do this, but we'll give it a shot. And also, because Tagoar is not fully leveled. Those are factors. If I do succeed beating this one, this probably will be as far in Faction Wars as I can get right now until I can get these other 3 champions to level 50, which won't be for a while. These 3, though, will probably kill my whole team. Surprisingly, Scaratorsis is the problem. So if that would have been 1 turn earlier, I could have still had... If Tagoar was 50, we probably could have done it. So it's kind of good we failed. So if Tagoar's level 50, he actually might be able to keep everyone alive there. I don't know if I have enough brews to do it. So in the sparring pit, you do want to rotate your champions out because like the earlier levels require less XP. The higher the level they get, the longer they're going to be in there. So unless you're like closing the game out and you're gonna come back, like you should put a lower level champion in there for now. And saying that, I don't see one, so we actually might put Haikatun in there, or this. It's just 1 level we're gonna get, so we'll put him in there. Again, that Haikatun's from a shard, not from the login, as a point out. So we're gonna have 2 of them. Okay. It's nice. That speed was great to get us a bonus there. I don't think we have enough silver to get this to 16, so we're gonna stop there. His heals are based on his max HP, that's why I was leveling up his chest piece there. We definitely are not doing enough damage here. These 3 pieces, it would be good for me to level them up. But our friend here, he does need more attack. I should try and put a better weapon on him, maybe. So there you go, like that's a better weapon there. This is ideal. You'll lose. We need more attack right now. The speed loss sucks though. We want him to have higher attack. I'll replace these gloves with attack % gloves probably. So these gloves are the best option to swap these out. but I don't have enough silver to like make this work out, so I won't be doing that right now. It's just for down the road. Again, this wave, he's actually the problem. I'll give it another shot. We can't beat it. We can't beat it. Just is what it is. Yeah, it's just not strong enough to beat it yet. We tried. What are you doing? So these two champions here in the middle are buffers. She does debuffs. He's their nuker, and then she is a nuker, but she also heals. She's kind of like a hybrid. I believe 3 of them are spirit affinity. He's force, and she's magic. If you're hearing noise there, that's my cat. She's walking all over a bag of Doritos. Alright, so that completed fine there. This is where I'm going to leave us. See you guys next episode. It'll be a little bit on tonight and then tomorrow morning for day 7. And thank you for stopping by Grimmzilla, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was helpful content. And if you could leave a like and follow, that's appreciated, and subscribe.